Right, this evening we have the doyen of our recreational fishing industry, Mr. John Pledger, who's been involved in the industry for many, many years. As a guest in our studio this evening, we're going to have a little chat about the SAFTAD, the organization of which he's been chairman for many years. That's the South African Fishing Tackle Agents and Distributors Organization. And he's also the brainchild behind SACRA, which is the South African Consolidated Recreational Angling Association, which does a lot of work behind the scenes. So John, welcome. Really glad to have you. It's an honor to have you in our studio this evening. SAFTAD, last year at the SAFTAD AGM, you were once again chairman, undisputed, and there was a few guys who thought they would like to sort of get more involved there, but since you've had a rather tragic, your wife Wynne passed away, so that's been put on hold. But anyway, the inland, especially on the inland recreational side, there are all sorts of challenges. Where do you see SAFTAD playing a role to sort of protect the consumers who, after all, buying all the product that SAFTAD members bring into the country?
Yeah, one of the problems that we have is netting. So we have allocated netting to one of our members, and he's looking into the problem of netting. The other one is licenses, and we have one of our guys looking into licenses. And the third problem, big problem, is quality of water. That hasn't been allocated yet, but it is going to be allocated to one of the members, and we'll be looking into that. So those are the three things that we're going to attack in the short term.
Yeah, in the short term, yeah. Another problem that we have, which is not related to SAFTAD as such, but the SAFTAD people are importing all the tackle that we use in the thing. But now, a lot of it comes in by boat, and we have harbours that are clogged. And this, I've spoken to one import, and he said, well, he used to have like 2 months run-up time. Now it's like half a year, 6 months, you know. Yeah, so it's guys are saying, well, we're going to fly stuff in. That of course increases the price tremendously.
Yeah. What actually, and look, you know, with this conflict in the Middle East, that's going to create even bigger problems.
Yeah.
We're doing a lot of our stuff is flown in. Once we get the merchandise to the ports, the next trick is to get it from the port to Johannesburg. The railways don't run efficiently. So it's motor transport, and the roads are inundated with trucks going all up and down. It's just it's a fiasco actually. It's a big headache, and you know, a lot of the consumers don't realise before they ship anything, I have to open up a letter of credit. That letter of credit freezes my bank to the tune of that letter of credit. All right. Now that is done when I place the order. Then the factory takes a month or 2 months to make up the order. Then they put it in the high seas. It can then take, with the delays that we've got, another month or two to get here. Yeah. So you can't, 2 months, 4 months, 5 months. Then it'll take at least a month to get up to my warehouse for me to unpack it and start to sell it. That's 6 months.
Yeah.
So for 6 months, I have got money frozen in the bank that I cannot touch because of the delays in the imports. And unfortunately, that has got to be covered by a profit to cover that expense. So it's the sooner that things get back to normal, we will then can look at prices stabilizing and maybe even coming down.
Well, John, you must be in contact with quite a few high flyers in the country. You talk about things back to normal. Do you think there's a chance this year of things getting back to normal,
no.
Sort of a normality?
No, I don't.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. You know, I've been in this game for 64 years. 65, I think. I can't count that high. I've never known the world to be so disorganized and so headless. It doesn't know where it's going, what it's doing, and why it's doing it. And we've got leaders all over the world who are you know, you cannot believe that big countries like America and you know, Korea and can have these funny people running their countries.
Yeah.
You're never quite sure when they're going to pull the plug and what they're going to do.
It is. It's a very worrisome time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's. I think it's. You know, we've been there and done it. What about the kids and the kids' kids? You know, my grandchildren.
Yeah. This year again, of course, SAFTAD will be having their normal exhibition. Expo.
Yes, we're having our exhibition. We think it's necessary that, and it gives the trade the opportunity to see what's new in the marketplace, and the consumer gets a chance within a short period of time thereafter to be able to purchase what is new in the marketplace.
Yeah. I don't know if you perhaps have the figures, but is there any sort of visible decline in the membership of SAFTAD, or are there people climbing onto it?
No, SAFTAD there's no decline at all, but there's no additional membership either, although it has been made available, because there are two kinds of people that are in the distribution of fishing tackle. There are members of SAFTAD and there are non-members of SAFTAD. And we put out an offer to all the non-members of SAFTAD to become members of SAFTAD, should they so want to.
Yeah.
We did get a couple of new members, and the offer still stands. We still want membership.
Yeah.
Because, you know, a united body is that much stronger when negotiating with the government.
Yeah. You talk about negotiating with the government. I remember many years ago you were able to get tariff decreases on cord, nylon cord.
Yeah.
Because you organised that.
Yeah.
So is that the similar type of thing?
Similar type of thing, yeah. You see, we had duties protecting local manufacture.
Yeah.
And at that time, there was no local manufacturer. They were protecting cords, but they threw monofilament in the same basket.
Same category.
Yeah. So there were no monofilament manufacturers. So they stepped up for duty on a monofilament where there was no local supplier.
Yeah.
So we fought that and won, actually.
You won it, yeah. Anything else that can, similar type situation developing? What about, for instance, before I forget, what about the lead story? The big thing against lead?
You know? Yeah, that is I think it's in its infancy. It's big overseas. It's happened overseas.
Yeah.
I don't believe that it is as severe a problem in South Africa due to population. You know, the dense population throwing a lot of lead into the rivers and lakes overseas is a big problem.
Yeah.
It's not that much of a problem here, but it's definitely that is a problem that's going to come up, and I don't know that we can fight it.
Yeah.
Because if they can prove to us that it is poisoning our lakes and rivers, we will not fight it. Because if that is in actual fact happening, then we must actually go with it.
Yeah. That is a fact, lead poisoning, but so far they've only proven lead poisoning in a few crocodiles at St. Lucia.
Yeah.
Difficult to prove it anywhere else.
Yeah.
But it is there. It's going to happen.
It's going to come. But, you know, and at the moment, we're against it.
Yeah.
Only because of the cost factor to the angler.
Yeah.
You know, he won't be able to buy the locally produced lead sinkers. He'll have to buy
imported stuff.
Imported stuff, and that's going to cost.
Yeah.
And you know, for those anglers, there are a lot of anglers that actually, you know, their technique, they drop off the sinkers.
Yeah.
Well, we might have to look at that, just saying that shouldn't happen. And we might, and also if they're going to do the same system with expensive sinkers, it's going to be an expensive exercise for the angler.
Yeah. Now, John, just to end off our insert is really coming to an end, but you've been involved now with recreational fishing for many, many, many years. What is your immediate sort of like prognosis for the next year or two?
I think that the market's going to stagnate.
Stagnate?
Yeah. I don't think there's going to be a big growth. Any growth that the individual importers do gain most probably will be at the expense of one of their competitors.
Okay. So in other words, you're saying the cake
The
won't
total
get
market,
bigger.
the cake's
It's
not
gonna
going to get
go-
bigger.
Yeah.
I don't think the cake's going to get much bigger over the next couple of years.
Yeah.
I think it's going to stagnate for a period of time
Mm.
until politically South Africa's, if ever, is stable,
Mm.
and the world is stable.
Yeah.
At the moment it's troubled times and nobody's quite sure what's happening.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, you remain positive in any way.
Very positive.
Yeah.
We believe that there's sufficient out there for all of us to survive,
Yeah.
run businesses. There's sufficient out there for the angler to get what he needs,
Mm.
when he needs it,
Yeah.
at an affordable price.
Yeah.
And as long as we can continue with that, there's a market.
Okay.
If anything changes, then it's going to be difficult.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. Well, that's our first actuality insert. Thanks again to Mr. John Pledger for being here this evening, John.
Yeah.
Much appreciated.
Absolute
And
pleasure.
as he says, we can still look forward to being a positive stance for our recreational angling. So with that, go outside, cast the line, take care.